Keep that up. Recommend. Okay. Retweeting now.
That was weak.
Why do I have a little side thing? Let me click that. Alrighty. 186. It is 186, right?
187.
187. Oh, thought I.
I see a doggy.
Oh, yeah. Actually, if you look in the mirror, you should be able to see my other dog. The reflection on my bed.
Oh, that big brown thing?
Yeah. My black lab. Sleeping on my TARDIS pillow.
If you see that blue thing stuffed in my couch, that's my TARDIS blanket.
Yeah, I saw they had a TARDIS pillow at Hastings, and I went to buy it, and this one lady, she was like tweaked out of her mind. She was like, "Doctor Who, you shouldn't know any. You watch Doctor Who? You shouldn't know anything about Doctor Who. You're too young. I'm just like, okay. I mean, and she just looked like she was she looked and she was just acting like she was a junkie. Like, it was a little frightening. I'm just like, yeah, I like it. That's why I'm buying the pillow. Yeah. Because they have a bunch of Doctor Who stuff. Like, they have a little shelf section that's just Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, there's a bookstore in the mall that I used to go
It's
to.
186.
I swore it was 187. I thought last week was 186.
No. Because the last episode posted was 185. And the show notes say 186. Glad I double checked.
Well, then the title of this video is wrong for now.
Yeah, not too big of a deal. But what were you saying?
Well, there's an entire aisle of Doctor Who stuff in the mall.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, one side is Doctor Who, the other side is Walking Dead.
I think I saw something, an article that said that they were gonna like, they plan on The Walking Dead going on for like, I don't know, like 12 seasons or something crazy, like something ridiculous. I'm just like, well, okay, wow. Hopefully it doesn't go on that long. I mean, I'll probably go back. I'll probably pick up where I left off once it's completely done and see if, I don't know. But right now I don't feel the need to watch it. I got too many other stuff. Alrighty. Let's get this started.
Alright.
Welcome to episode 186 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Not across the internet is casual terror.
And looks like we're gonna have a short show this week.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We've had long shows recently, so a short show can be nice.
Yeah, I agree. Got a couple interesting topics, but Stuart, what have you been up to?
Well, I got your PS3 to work. It was actually kind of interesting because I put the hard drive in, plugged it in, and according to the online video that I watched, it said it should just format the hard drive automatically and download the updates, and you're off to go. That wasn't the case at all.
Welcome to the world of the PS3. The
Uh,
frustrating world.
Apparently, I had to have a storage device with at least version 4.5.3. I think that's right. I don't know. I got the right one anyway. I had to find my thumb drive, which I haven't used since college.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, because I rarely ever use it. I usually just transfer stuff through the cloud.
Ah, gotcha.
That's always easier.
I still got one. I got a 128 gig.
Actually, I couldn't find mine. I went out and bought one.
Ah, they're like nothing now. I mean, you can get a cheap. You can get like a 32 gig for like $20, maybe less.
This was, 10 o'clock at night, so the only place open was Walmart. So it was a bit more expensive. Not happy. But got it done. Download the updates. Got it up and running. And I downloaded a couple free games, Dust 514 and DCUO. I played Dust 514. I don't like it.
Really?
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
To shoot, it's R1.
Oh yeah, that's
I can never
standard.
use.
That's
No,
standard for the
no,
PS
no,
for
no,
the
no.
PS3.
It is trigger.
Not for the PS3. For the PS3, they're shooter games like R1, like that's the thing.
Well, then I will never play a PS3 game, PS3 shooter then ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you can like switch them, like some games. I don't know if I'm not sure. I think Killzone, one of the Killzone games, they let you they didn't at first, but then they patched in the settings where you could switch the layouts. So you
Yes.
could do, but yeah, that's like, that's the thing I think with.
I could not get used to that, and I refuse to even try.
I mean, that controller is pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah,
already.
yeah. When I did try to hit the button, my finger would just continue on off the trigger, just roll right off.
That's exactly why I got the what's it called, the um, Crossfire with, so I could use a wired 360 because I love the 360 controller so much.
It's a great controller.
It really is.
Um, I also played Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, which is one of the games that I bought. Um, this also not my first Tales game. There's like 15 Tales games. I just picked this one because it was there.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
played Tales of Vesperia. I started to play that and it was just god awful.
the writing's not great. It's very. I should say the writing's not great, but the voice acting is even worse. And it's
Oh
kind
wow.
and it's kind of bad because I recognize some of the voices. I'm like, dude, the main character is the voice of Robin from Teen Titans. You're a good voice actor. Stop it.
Maybe they didn't offer him that much, so he just like phoned it in. Like,
Uh, it, I don't think he knew the context of the lines he was speaking. That's kind of what makes it bad. Is the line might be bad, but the delivery is bad. Like they're in a fight and they get interrupted by another guy. Like who are like, the line is who are you, and it should be read as who are you, but it's read as who are you. No, you're in the middle of a fight, dude. Stop it. It's not. I'll probably continue on playing it. Um, the gameplay itself is not that bad. It's not the kind of RPG I'm used to. I'm used to a turn-based style, and this is an action RPG. You mash the X button to attack and all that, but it's still the random battle sequence. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you see the monster on the over map, and you run into him. You get the screen shattering. Then you go into a little battlefield, and you can only walk left to right. And you can't quite control the other characters, which is very much like Persona, but that's still turn-based. But yeah, I'll continue playing it. I was going to play DCUO, but I got tired of waiting on the download.
That's a big file, isn't it?
The game is not big; it's the update.
Okay, yeah.
It was the game itself is not bad, but yeah,
Now, question: do you have the PS3 Wi-Fi or hardwired? Wired. Okay, because the PS3's Wi-Fi is god awful.
Yeah, I don't
It's
even
known
have
for that.
the Xbox on Wi-Fi.
But I mean, the PS3's Wi-Fi is just, I mean, it's just so horrible. It's just night and day difference.
I knew about the issues with the PS3 connectivity, but so I was like, I'm just gonna wire it because I don't want to deal with the hassle of even dealing with Wi-Fi right now.
Yes. See, the PS3 was just a huge mess. Like for the longest time, and it's still, you're jumping into the PS3 right now, and you're still suffering from, problems that happened, I mean, it's been out for, what, 7 years, 8 years,
Yeah,
something like that. So, like that.
2007, so 7 years. Yeah.
That's pretty bad, and a lot of people. I mean, I don't think the Xbox One is nearly as nowhere near as bad as the PS3 was, but everyone's making it out to be like it's the worst. Microsoft and the Xbox One launch has been the worst thing ever.
Because for some reason, everybody just decided to jump out of the Microsoft boat and join the PS4 bandwagon.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's nearly that bad. I mean, yeah, they've gone back on their work. They've gone back and done. They've gone back from DRM this and whatever. But
hey,
they
those
did
are good things to go back on.
Yes, they gave the consumers what they wanted, and people are bitching about it. I don't understand.
No, I don't get it either.
But yeah, but the PS3 was just like I find it interesting that you're still like suffering from issues that they had. I would have thought. Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to download the updates to DCUO, a game that's been out for years. Even on the PC, that update is going to take a while. I turned it on. I decided to watch a YouTube video on the computer, and it was maybe a 15, 20 minute video. I looked over, and it's not even at 1% yet. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this right now.
And the weird the thing is, you download it, and then you have to install it. So you have to wait for it to install.
Oh no, it's installed. Well, okay, yes, you're right.
You have to wait. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the big thing that the 360 had over the PS3. Was you download it and installed like at the same time. So you didn't have to, wait for the huge install. I mean, so once it was downloaded, you were able to play versus, having to wait for it to install for another probably 20 minutes.
Yeah. Um, that's kind of really all I've been doing. I've not really been playing much on the PC. I've not been doing anything on the Xbox other than watching TV and the Netflix. I still haven't tried Netflix on the PS3, which is apparently the best Netflix player out there.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
everything I've read. But I'll tell you what, the Xbox One Netflix player sucks shit.
Yeah.
It's just fine when it's playing videos, absolutely fine. But say you're watching a series and you want to change episodes. Well, on the Xbox 360, you could just say Xbox next episode, and then it actually change. You can't do that on the Xbox One. And if the video is not in your queue, you can't. It is It is literally impossible to change episodes. You have to go add it to your queue, go to the video page, and then you can select it. If you don't start on that video page, you can't do it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. I never really used the 360 or the PS3's Netflix. I mean, it took me a while to because I had to get the vacuum cleaner and use it to get all the dust and stuff from the vents and just I mean, because that thing was just filthy from dust. That PS3 before I sent it to you.
Okay.
I mean, just because it just sat collecting dust.
I could tell.
So I
I
I
could
try
tell.
I tried doing a good job. I got a lot of dust from it though. So, but yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But I'm trying to think what the best Netflix.
Roku's not
I was
terrible.
about to say I like the Roku. Yeah, the Roku's pretty good.
It doesn't play the next episode automatically, but
All you have to do is click one button though. You just have to click enter.
yeah.
So I'm good with that. But yeah. So, let's see. What else? Anything else?
Um, no. That's kind of it for me.
Alrighty. I'm trying to figure out this camera thing. Why it's not? It's still black, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll try to
And
figure
and
that
on
out.
the live feed, it's just your icon.
Yeah, I'll try to figure that out while I talk. But for me, what have I been doing?
I know you got some news that you can't talk about.
Oh, I can mention I got into the alpha of Evolve, and that starts tomorrow. And it's the weekend. Pretty much. Besides that, I can't say anything. I can't record anything. I can't do, because
Right. Yeah.
based,
NDA.
yeah. And I made sure when I saw I looked to find out if if they were going to encourage people to spread the word or not. They're like, no, there was a there was a Q&A section, where it was like, can I tell my friends about this? And they were like, yes, but you can't give them any details. So I can say I'm in it, but
Yeah. Some betas. and well, you're in the alpha. Well, even the alpha of Ever EverQuest Next landmark, you could record and do all that. Some they want you to spread the word, others they don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But I haven't really been playing anything though. Just some mobile stuff. Really, I've just been watching a bunch of stuff, but that's for our other show. So,
Did
um,
did you check more into the Destiny stuff? I know the last time we actually talked about was the last day, but
yeah, I didn't get a chance to.
ah,
Yeah, but I got to watch stuff. I mean, so it
there
looks
might be
very
another
Halo.
beta
Yeah,
this
I'm
weekend.
hoping. I am hoping. So, but I definitely am making sure that this Evolve Alpha, I already have it downloaded. You know, it activated through. They gave me a Steam code and it activated through Steam, and I have it downloaded. So once I guess tomorrow, once it turns on, I'm able to, whatever. So I already have it in downloaded and installed. So that's half the battle.
And knowing is half the battle.
Um. Okay. So news, Stuart.
News. Um, I don't got much. Um, Verizon is going to start throttling their unlimited uh, service. Now they don't offer unlimited anymore, but like people like me who
You
have
lucky
unlimited
bastard.
service, um, they're going to start slowing them down. Only like the top 4% of users.
I'm guessing I'm guessing either people who reach a certain, certain amount like every month.
Yeah, AT&T does this. Whenever you hit 2 gigs, they slow you down.
Oh,
But
T-Mobile does that stuff too, but yeah, but they don't have they don't have unlimited. Like, I mean, they say unlimited, but they don't really have. But yeah.
yeah, well, Verizon's going to start doing that. So pretty much anybody who's using more than 5 gigs a month is going to start getting hit. Which the fuck's using 5 gigs?
Well, I mean,
I barely use 2,
if you're
and
like
that's if I'm on vacation.
I could see people if they're on like they take public transportation, they use and they're watching like YouTube videos and stuff like that maybe, or
I
streaming
watch
music and
I stream music, I stream podcasts, I watch YouTube videos at lunch. I do all that, but I barely hit 2 gigs.
but I mean you don't have like an hour commute, or I
I have an
mean
hour lunch.
yeah, but I'm just saying like hour commute there and then an hour back, or sometimes even longer. I mean, I've had to take public transportation in the past, and it'd be sometimes having to connect and whatever. I mean, it could be anywhere from 2 extra hours just to get somewhere and get home and stuff like that. I mean, so yeah, but I don't know. That's I could probably go through 5 gigs in a month.
I don't know how. I really don't.
I don't have 5 gigs to go through by myself, so I definitely watch my stuff and I make sure I'm on Wi-Fi whenever I'm doing anything big, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, Stuart, smartphones now, I mean, your smartphones now, like mine, mine has a 1080p screen, so I mean, streaming 1080p video,
Yeah.
even 720p video. I mean, you know, that could easily go through, because those HD videos are pretty big file chunks. But yeah, I don't know. I would just I hate the fact that our I hate the fact that the U.S. is like all pretty much limited in data, because everywhere else in the world it's like unlimited, and it's like half the price of what you know we're paying to not get unlimited.
Yeah. I don't understand either. But apparently the head of the FCC is not happy about this either.
Well, that's
Um,
good. I hope they do something about it.
See, he says he's deeply troubled by this.
That's good.
And this violates the open access rule that Verizon said that they would obey back in 2008.
I have no idea about that, but
I,
okay.
I don't know what that is. But hey, apparently they said they would do this and they would do something, and apparently they're violating those. So, um, bad Verizon. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Alrighty, what else you got?
Um, this is just a quick, hey, this exists. Uh, BioWare, their mystery project that we know nothing about, they've released 2 teaser videos. We still know nothing what this is. It it really, it's kind of creepy too. The first one, it's some guy walking, you know, in the city to his car or whatever, reaches for his car door, but it's locked, and there's somebody sitting inside of it. Oh, but it's him. He's inside the car. Then there's a guy sitting in the suit with his head is actually smoke. It's not there. Just smoke coming in. It's creepy. And then there's the second video is this guy sitting in this, I guess you call it a cafe, kind of in the slums ish. Gets a call and he keeps ignoring it, and then the cell phone blows up, and there's somebody standing outside the window.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all we know.
That's interesting.
We will probably learn more about this, whatever this is, at Gamescom in August.
Which August is starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow, August 13th. How's that?
Okay.
So 2 weeks.
Okay. So that's it for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If people listen to I Recommend last week, we talked about a movie, Snowpiercer, that took place on a train, like a real high-end luxury train. And I mentioned
Luxury.
and and I mentioned how that like there's already people starting to do this stuff, and you know. And here's an example. I don't know if this is the exact one I heard about, but I did see this in my feed. So it looks like the Ferrari designer has unveiled plans for a luxury Japanese cruise train. It looks pretty like it doesn't look like Snowpiercer crazy, but it looks pretty
Yeah, that's
pretty amazing.
that picture of the caboose. That looks nothing like the caboose of Snowpiercer.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have you looked at the other pictures,
Oh yes, I have. Yes.
they look pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's a very very nice looking train.
yeah, I mean, it looks better than a lot of nice hotels.
Yeah.
So that's something. Let me go back to the article. I'm looking at the pictures now. Okay. It's gonna cost what, $50 million, and it's only gonna hold 34 passengers.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's I think
And
it's
the
gonna
cost of
be
the ticket is $1 million.
$1,500 for 2 days. So not as not too entirely crazy. I mean,
No, actually, that's not bad, considering what this train looks like.
yeah, and considering it only holds 34? Yeah, 34 people.
Yeah, but the wait list is like 10 years long.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Um, it's going to be able to run on both electric and non-electric rails, so I don't really exactly really know what that means, but okay. It's expected to wait. No, 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 no. The cruise train is expected to hit the rails of a yet to be decided route, or route, whatever, however you want to say it, in 2017. So it's about at least 2.5 years away, up to 3. So, but I mean that's pretty crazy. I mean,
Yeah, that is insane. Because it's
I'd be
gorgeous.
I'd be interested, if I had the cash to spend. And I mean, and it's really not that outrageous. Like,
No, it really isn't.
I mean, of course it'd be something you'd have to save up for maybe a year or two. You'd have to start saving right now
Right.
to be able to. But I mean, it's doable for you know a good amount of people. But
1,500. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for 2 days, so I mean what? That's like the price of a high-end, 5-star hotel, right? Like a
Right.
special suite or something, something, you know. So, and it's a train, so it's also transportation. But
And it goes around the world in a year.
no, not this one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering how far before someone decides to maybe try to do this over here, if at all.
No.
For like a Richard Branson or other billionaire with so much money decides to try to do something like this. Because I mean, billionaires, they like to do crazy stuff.
Right, but trains aren't a thing here. Not for transportation. Not like in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can take a train to certain places, can't you? Like,
The only one that I know of are subways and like Boston to Newark.
yeah, I was about to say, isn't there stuff like that, and like I mean, on the East Coast, like, isn't on the East Coast like a train, like, that's what I thought, but I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's pretty cool, like that, you know. It's also kind of funny that this is happening right after that movie came out.
Coincidence, huh?
The article mentions nothing about the movie,
I
like
wouldn't either.
nothing.
I wouldn't either.
If if you were writing the article, wouldn't you have put some little thing about?
Well, considering the state of that train and what ultimately happened to it, I wouldn't either.
I guess, but I mean that movie also, or in that movie the back of the train also held how many hundreds of? It held like what, like 1,000 people. just the back of it.
Until they started eating each other, yeah.
But I mean, this whole train doesn't even hold. Only holds it holds less than 3 dozen people. So I mean, it's a totally different train. But yeah, it it, it it's it's pretty cool. You know, hopefully maybe I don't know. If I ever go to Japan, I don't know. It'll be years and years and years and years before I can probably go to Japan. But I'd like to go to Japan.
So
Maybe,
so would I.
maybe
I'm
by then.
completely jealous that that's where my dad is right now.
Oh yeah, I have a friend who lives there teaching English to kids, so I'm jealous of her. But yeah, maybe by the time I actually do get to go to Japan, this will be like the price of this will be way less because time would have made it
Well,
so.
like I said, that the wait list for this train was going to be years.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's crazy. $50 million, 34 people at a time, and only 1,500 per person for. God, that just seems like it's too low for them to for what it's actually cost. It's gonna be a
It,
while before they make up.
it would take them 3,333 passengers and a third to even
Okay,
make up that.
how much? Divide that by 34. How much is that?
That is 99 trips. So 100 trips and it'll pay for itself.
But you
And
also
it
have
would have
to.
made all that money back. But that does not include the cost of upkeep
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You have to also figure the cost of
and crew.
and maintenance. Yeah, upkeep, maintenance, crew, all that. Yeah, so yeah, this ain't a quick make your money back thing. This is
No.
yeah. It'll probably be at least a year before they start to make a profit. So,
If
yeah.
that.
But yeah, crazy rich people and their money. So, let's see, what else do I have? Oh, this is kind of interesting. EA announces like a subscription type service. Like, let's see, when was this? This is 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Xbox One exclusive subscription service that grants players access to EA's so-called vault. They only have 4 games at the moment: FIFA, Madden, Peggle 2, and Battlefield 4. Because this is like or this is a beta of the program. Um,
Right.
$5 a month or $30 a year. I don't know why you wouldn't just do $30 a year.
Yeah,
That's
that's
half.
that's like $2 a month. So yeah,
Yeah. So definitely.
it's not that expensive. And to be honest, it's not that bad of a deal. It's very much like the PlayStation Plus. You have access to these 4 games as long as you're a member.
Is that how Xbox One is going to be though? Because like once you download the game on Xbox, you like
That's why I said PlayStation Plus.
yeah, you can re-download it. So
Yeah,
like you know if you yeah, I don't know, but apparently
that's how the gold games work though.
yeah. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see exactly how this is. Real quick, it says. EA Access will also net subscribers 10% discounts on all EA digital content, so that might in itself be worth it, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you plan on buying EA games, I mean, you're gonna
There will be DLC.
yeah, it includes full games and DLC, the 10%.
Right.
So like if you plan on buying digital games and them being EA, like I don't know how I'm trying to think 10%. That's what that saves you $6 a game, right?
Yeah.
So like just what a few mm, 5 games if you at least get 5 or more games that pays for itself a year.
Yeah.
So that actually that actually is the most interesting thing part of this so far, I think, because I have made it clear I'm going all digital if I can help it.
Uh, on the Xbox One, I am too, even though I said I wasn't going to. But the way and I said it was all dependent on how well the Xbox One does their redown, their ability to re-download stuff, and it works fantastic. So I'm all digital there.
Yeah, I mean, because it's already all digital on PC, so it's not that much of a
Correct.
jump. But
Well, so actually, speaking of PC, no mention of PC.
yeah, that's true.
And no mention of Sony because Sony has said this goes against what they believe. They believe as as what gamers want and whatever.
Yeah. Who knows? It also says it access trials of new games, nearly a week before they come out, with the saves being able to copy over to the final game. Which, if you end up purchasing it, which that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can try it out, and then if you decide you want it, you don't have to replay through like the tutorial again or whatever.
Right.
So, it says that the games for early access and whatever will be like Madden, NHL, FIFA, NBA Live, which I don't. I don't. People, if you take any advice from me, do not get NBA Live, because from everything that NBA Live was last year, it looked horrible. I mean, side-by-side comparisons. I've seen the videos. It looks like a PS2 game.
I will be very surprised if it sells well.
And Dragon Age. So.
Right, which I'm going to be playing on the PC because that's where I played all of the Dragon Age games. So.
Yeah, it says membership can be purchased on Xbox Live and will also be available in retail stores and stuff like that. So you can get codes. So you don't, for I guess that's good for kids or people who don't like have any type of credit or debit card,
Or gift cards.
Yeah.
Hey, I've gotten plenty of gift cards from GameStop and stuff like that. So. That's a good way to use it up.
Yeah. It's going to be available in North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. And Australian and New Zealand owners it's going to be a little more pricey for them. It's going to be $6.99 or $40. So I don't really know how that translates over to U.S. dollars, but
Yeah, that's New Zealand bucks.
And Australia.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I think I'm going to do this just because there's going to be EA games and DLC and stuff, and that discount, that 10% discount, I think is going to pretty much pay for itself.
Yeah, I am seriously thinking about doing this too. I mean, because the game is available right now. Peggle 2, Battlefield 4,
Peggle 2 is really good. Peggle 2 is really good.
But it captures game clips every 10 seconds, so
you're gonna have to worry about that. Yes, a problem if you care about that. But I mean, do you use that? Do you use the game clips feature on?
If something really exciting happens, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, we have separate capturing equipment, so
Right. Which I have yet to even capture really anything using that with the Xbox One. I mean, I've streamed using the Twitch stream once, but that's kind of been about it.
yeah,
Yeah, I haven't really had much opportunity to really stream with it yet. So
yeah. But for me, so far, I bought Battlefield 4, you know, already. I regret that. That's the get that I regret that so much just because all the trouble that happened with that launch.
but it
So,
works. At least on the PC, it works just fine.
I still hear that
I
it
don't
has
know where
issues.
you're hearing this from, because it's lie. It works just fine on the PC.
I remember around E3 hearing the Giant Bomb guys talk about the 360
They
having
haven't played
problems,
it since the launch.
or the Xbox One having issues.
They haven't played it since the launch though.
Okay. Well, I mean, the console version, the PC probably, yeah, is probably
Yes.
more stable. Yeah, I'll give it that. But I bought Peggle too, so but I haven't gotten any. I think there's DLC. I don't think I've gotten. So
Yes, I think
yeah.
there is DLC for Halo 2.
So right there, that'll be discounts I would get, and then there are going to be other EA games, you know. So yeah. So that's interesting that EA is kind of copying in a way what PS Plus is
In a sense, yeah.
for Xbox One. They're kind of like this is really good for Microsoft too, as well, because it's like they can see how this works, and if it works well, great. If then they can maybe look into doing something like this, on their
That
part.
actually this could be a double-ended sword,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
because we know how people feel about EA. We know how people feel about Microsoft right now. So that could just be a completely uninspired, just like, fuck you, Microsoft. You know, just cuz. I am constantly telling people, like, who are shitting on EA Origins, like, oh, EA Origins sucks. No, it doesn't. It's just not Steam.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why you say it sucks. It's not Steam. It works just fine for what it is.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I really thinking about this. I just I need to look in to see like what all EA stuff I plan on getting, and in a year, and see if all the discount stuff will make it worth it or not. Which
Right.
I already think. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that with the 10% discount, this thing would pay for itself easily. Not to
It could.
mention the early access and stuff. I mean, for me, anyways, I'm pretty sure because there are a lot of EA games. I mean, so
There are a lot of EA games.
I mean, a lot of EA games I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I know
So,
what you mean.
and DLC too. Like maybe I don't know if I ever just think about if I ever actually get back into Titanfall and feel like maybe picking up DLC for that.
Yeah.
Probably not, but God, I wanted that. I wanted to that game. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's just
It got
people.
boring real quick.
Yeah, people just, and that's one of the things I'm afraid of the most about Sunset Overdrive. That's one of my biggest fears on that game. Is all the cool, crazy sliding off this, jumping on that, doing that. That I'm afraid that's gonna get so boring quick.
I can absolutely see that happening. I can see all those cool moves you do to become very repetitive very quickly.
I just hope they can somehow like with DLC and stuff like that keep it fresh and keep because that I think Titanfall, if they would have done unique stuff with the DLC, they could have used the DLC to keep it fresh and keep it interesting, but it just they from what I saw they really didn't
New
do.
maps was not the answer.
Yeah,
It needed more.
I saw something about burn cards. Like they did something I think in the latest DLC with the burn cards. Like I can't
Eh,
exactly remember what, but they did something where you know you could. I don't know if it was like you buy them with in-game currency or
half the
some.
time I forgot I even had burn cards to use.
Yeah, I still think it would have been great if you could have traded them because like I said, I would get sniper, you know, overload sniper cards, but I don't use snipers. But I have friends who use snipers
I do.
and
So
stuff like that. Yeah. So, but who knows? They're doing a Titanfall 2. That's I think they've said that. And there's been
yeah.
rumors it may not even be Microsoft exclusive. So.
Well, that's been rumors since before the new consoles even came out. So.
With the way it's performed, like I think it's gonna be, you know,
In
it's
order
not.
to try to make a profit.
Yeah, it's gonna be open to all platforms except Wii U because no one cares about Wii U.
Which is a shame.
I mean, right now it's the Mario Kart machine. That's all it is
Pretty much.
until it's a Smash Brothers machine. But yeah, so.
You know,
Um.
the wonderful 101 that actually looks, and I've heard is actually pretty good. But
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bayonetta 2. Say that.
yeah, it's also got Bayonetta going for it. So
And they were smart. They're gonna package the first one with it.
yes, absolutely.
So, um, let's see. Oh crap! I just clicked out of the. I just clicked. There we go. Recent tabs. Um. Okay. Pinball FX 2. We've played the Pinball FX stuff. We bought in tables, right?
Was the
I bought.
Pinball effects that I played?
Yeah, it's like they have the Mario or not Mario. They have the Marvel tables and
That's it then.
stuff like yeah.
That was all I played. I played the Marvel tables.
They just came out with the Deadpool table, I think, or they're going to, or so, I can't remember if they did or they're going to, but I saw something about Deadpool table like maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. So that's interesting. I saw something about Guardians of the Galaxy table as well, so that's cool. This was originally supposed to come out today,
Okay.
but they decided and they were like, no transferring, the table's over, because but on Sony you're able to transfer from the PS3 to like I think the Vita and the PS4, but they were like, no, we're not gonna do that for 360 to Xbox One. Well, they've gone back on that,
Yay!
and they've delayed the release of this. Um,
I'm
to
okay with that.
but they say it shouldn't take too long, but I'm excited because I was like, oh, that's awesome, I want to try this. I want to play because when I saw the Deadpool, I was like, I want to play the Deadpool table. I would pay just for the humor, the however $5, whatever, just for the humor from the Deadpool table probably, and I but I didn't want to have to go back to the 360 and you know, and I didn't want to get it on the Xbox One and be like, well, I have these tables on the 360 and then I have this on the, So I'm glad they're
Right.
doing
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah, I am too.
when it releases, we'll have the tables that we'll be able to get the tables we bought for 360. Um,
Free of charge.
yeah. I think they added like they've had some interesting tables. I think recently. I can't remember all the ones exactly, but there's been some really unique ones. Let me look this up before I even say.
Now, the big question would be, do the leaderboards transfer as well? Probably not. That would be very, very surprising if they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming out with a. They are or they have, I don't know, a Walking Dead. I think the Telltale series table, maybe.
The Walking Dead, there was a Walking Dead pinball table, but I don't know if it was Pinball FX.
I don't know. I'm seeing Pinball FX. This is an old article. This is like June 4th. PC version of Pinball FX 2 and then Pinball 2 this summer. So yeah, I even know it's just a matter of time before that comes over to the consoles. If it hasn't already, I don't know. Like I said, that's an oldish article, but I mean, I have seen stuff. I have seen glimpses of articles where they've talked about some interesting tables, but that Deadpool one, that's the one that's going to get me probably back into doing the Pinball FX because I'm on a big Deadpool kick right now. I'm reading Deadpool comics and stuff like that, so.
Funny, because I'm on a Spider-Man kick right now, so I'll probably play the hell out of the Spider-Man table again.
You're always on the Spider-Man kick, though.
That's true.
It's not really a kick when it's all the time. But yeah, that's all I have.
There was a month when I didn't read any Spider-Man.
Did any come out?
Yes.
Okay.
2.
I don't know, but yeah, that's all I got. So, shorter show, but there are, we did have a couple good topics and a couple interesting discussions.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the last link I posted in our chat or whatever. This is kind of interesting. And I guess apparently Amazon Prime members are getting $1 video credit for choosing slower shipping. I guess that's a thing.
Okay. I would actually use that.
I don't know. I don't know if $1. I mean, is it just $1 once or is it $1 every time? Like I haven't really.
If it accumulates, then yes, I would absolutely do this.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. It's a small article, but I haven't really looked into it. I just glanced at it and saw the picture of it. Yeah, I could see that, but I mean, if it's just like it happens once, then I guess maybe I don't. Yeah, why not? But I don't know. It's just I'm so used to ordering something and then it coming in 2 days.
Yes, that is if you order it on a day. If you don't order it on Saturday night.
Yeah, but I mean
that's when I tend to order my stuff. Is Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm so used to it though. Like it coming that first world problems,
Yeah.
But But we live in a first world, so we you know these are our problems. So, alrighty, I guess that's it for the show. Episode 186 is a wrap. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
And stop. Export. 86. William. Okay, that file, save. Okay. I'm gonna try plugging this camera into another USB slot. Maybe that'll...
Alright.
I'm gonna mute the mic because I have to jump on my desk to be able to get to the back of my computer.